Hey, what's up, Nerdgasm fans? Jerry here, aka Barnacules, and welcome to BarnaVlog 15. Now I can actually hear myself. Yeah. Alright, guys, well, we're just going to dive right into it. I haven't done a vlog in a while. Actually, I think it's been like a week. In my last vlog, I told you about how I had pneumonia. I actually came down with pneumonia in my lungs. I think it started out as bronchitis. I didn't get antibiotics in time. Long story short, I ended up having to go to the emergency room. They had to put me on like steroids and a bunch of other crap. But anyways, a week later, I'm feeling great. I feel 100% right now, which is great because like just in the last couple of days, I've been feeling good again. So it's time to get back to business as usual. You guys have seen I'm producing videos again. Yay! So hopefully they just keep on coming at a regular pace. But also, just for you, those of you that don't know, YouTube is not my career. This is my hobby. My career actually takes up a lot of my time. So being a software developer and all that good stuff. So sometimes you might not see a video from me for 3, 4, 5, 7 days, month, a year. Probably not that extreme. But, you know, there are going to be times where you don't see videos from me. And then when I come back, I'm going to come back with a force and you're going to see like, you know, 1 or 2 videos a day for a while. It's just, I'm kind of a random guy like that. So if you don't see a video from me in a little while, don't think, oh my God, Jerry's dead. I'm not dead. Well, probably, unless I am dead. But if I am dead, somebody's going to tell you. Somebody will figure it out and spread the news. It's the internet. So, but I don't plan on dying anytime soon, so you guys can put up with me for a good long time to come. All right, so a lot of you guys have been asking about Xander, my son. He just turned 4 years old. He actually broke his arm. He broke it down by his elbow. Pretty bad break. They had to actually put pins in it. If you've been following my vlogs, you'd know that he had to go to Children's Hospital, and that was a really rough experience for me and my wife. But he just blazed through it. He was a total trooper. Just a couple of days ago, we took him to the hospital to get the pins removed. They did the x-ray. His fracture was 100%. They said it's like it never happened. The bone growth was perfect. So they pulled the pins out. And oh my God, these pins, guys. Here, let me show them to you. All right, check these bad boys out. They cleaned them off when they took them out, so don't worry. I'm not dealing with disease. These were the pins that were stuck in my son's arm. Look at that. It's like a freaking 16-penny nail. I mean, it's not as thick, but look how long it is. So these 2 little stainless steel things were jammed up through his elbow down here on the bottom. Literally stuck up. Oh, God, those are sharp. Stuck up into the bone. Like, if you watch the x-ray, I mean, literally this is about how far they were sticking out of his skin. Like that. The rest of it was up in his little arm. It blew my mind. So they literally took pliers, connected him onto the end, ratcheted him down, grabbed his arm and went, and they made a popping noise when they came out. He didn't even notice the first one was pulled out. I was like mind blown. And then the second one, he cried a little bit because there was a scab that was like attached to this, and it pulled the scab off, and that's what bothered him. But could you imagine 3 weeks walking around with something like this, like sticking through your skin up into your bone? Oh, God, still makes me cringe. But yeah, that was a god-awful, horrible experience. And then to cap things off, yesterday, we actually took him to a babysitter so that my wife and I could have one night out to go see Captain America Winter Soldier. And, you know, towards the end of the movie, we get a call from the babysitter, and they're like, oh, your son won't stop crying. You need to come see what's going on. And we go pick him up, and he's like saying his arm's hurting him again. So we take him to the emergency room. They check him out, and he turns out he's fine. I think he was just, he was just having some little bit of pain, and he wanted his mom and dad, right? So, and that's typical for kids of his age, but it scared the crap out of me because here I'm thinking, holy crap, he probably fell off the couch or something bad happened, and he probably fractured his arm again. This would be if he did, that would have been the 3rd time he fractured his arm. I'm sorry, but I don't want to be the one that has to go to the hospital and explain to the doctor, yeah, he's broke that arm like 3 times in the last year or so. Yeah, he fell down the stairs. You know, I don't care who you are. You start looking like a bad parent when you bring your kid in and he's broke every couple of months. I mean, come on. So, luckily, we got to watch the majority of the movie. I missed a little bit of it, but Captain America Winter Soldier, badass movie. I won't ruin it for you, but things happen and stuff is awesome, and there's explosions and a lot of really fast running and diving into water and stuff like that, and lots of guns and Nick Fury stuff, and it's awesome. You should go watch it. All right, so now that I'm getting back into video editing and I'm trying to get these videos up, I find I need a lot more power. My computer just isn't cutting it. So I decided to finally break down and get myself a Mac Pro. So because I hear they're like really, really fast computers and they're awesome. So here, I'll show it to you. It's actually really cool. So this is my 2014 Mac Pro. And it's actually got 16 gigs of RAM, and it's got the Tool Xeon processors. It's actually really, really cool. And it's got that special heat stack on it, so if it starts overheating, you know, you can just get the thermals coming up through the top here. I mean, it's really, really kick-ass design, guys. But even though I really like how sleek the hardware is and everything, I'm still going to install Windows on it, guys. So to install it, it's really cool because you just put the DVDs just right here in the top, in the drive. And, I mean, it's a no-brainer to install these things. I mean, it's a Mac, right? Now, one of the biggest problems that I have is while I'm editing and doing stuff like that, I can't play games, right? I want to be able to play games while I'm editing and get the full power of the system. So I decided just to get another Mac Pro because, you know, why have one when you can have two, right? I mean, multiple computers is better than one, obviously. So while I was there, I went ahead and picked up a second one. So now I got two Mac Pros here. They both have similar specs on them. And they're both good machines, and they're nice and compact, and they both have the patented heat stack technology, you know, where you just pop them open and you let the heat out. And then the other thing is they're stackable. So you can just put them on top of each other like this on your desk, and they don't take up a lot of space. And, you know, like I said, really clever design. I mean, a lot of people say they look like a waste bin. I don't think they look like a waste bin at all, personally. Oh, but I just remembered, if I'm rendering video and I'm playing a game, I still need a computer to encode video and live stream it on Twitch, because you guys always want me to stream my gaming. So I decided, what the hell? I picked up a third Mac Pro. So I've got all three Mac Pros. They're all the same specs. And I mean, because you don't really need any more than that, guys. So, and you can see they also got an integrated carrying handle. It's actually really nice if you're going to like LAN parties and stuff like that. So, so I've got all three of these guys, and I'm going to install Windows 7 and Windows 8 on them with Boot Camp, because I'm not a big OS X fan. But you know, the hardware speaks for itself. I mean, just look at this. I mean, this is next generation hardware, folks. God, don't these things just look majestic on my desk? It's really nice, and they've got the power button right here, and you plug the power cable down right there. Just in case you were wondering. I mean, they're not, you know, they're pretty straightforward. Everybody should be able to figure these out. All right, so I'll go ahead and get those Mac Pros hooked up at some point. You know, I might do a review video if you guys want, just talking about some of the specifications and everything. But I mean, they're pretty straightforward. I mean, they're a compact form factor. They're really, really shiny. That heat stack design is just epic. I mean, after I heard that David DeFranco got one, I was like, I have to have one. And then, of course, you know, I kept coming up with new roles that I needed. Ultimately, I needed 3. Apple was all too happy to sell me 3 of these units. And the nice thing about them is they're really small. I can just stick all 3 of them in my backpack and go somewhere. And so far, the only real problem I've encountered with these things is that people keep trying to throw garbage into it. People, it's not a garbage can, okay? Obviously, look at the front. You see that? That's fruit with a bite out of it. It's not a garbage can.
I'm not a garbage can. I'm not a garbage can, I promise. I'm not a garbage can. Stop thinking I'm a garbage can.
All right, well, that's enough with the Mac Pro shenanigans. I've beat that horse to death. Well, luckily for me, so far my wife hasn't noticed that all the waste baskets are missing from the bathrooms. Let's hope she doesn't notice. Also, I wonder if she's going to get pissed off that I drew all over them. I'll let you guys know in the next vlog. All right, so the diet. You guys want to know about the diet. Okay, the diet died. The diet went away. I tried really hard. I lost quite a bit of weight. I think I lost somewhere on the order of 16 pounds. But the pneumonia knocked me out, and I was eating bad through that whole thing. I was in a bad place. I'm just now getting my health back, so I'm going to start getting back to the diet. Because I know, you know, I really need to watch my weight. I need to get my weight down. So, I really want to go on a diet. It's just, I'm finally feeling healthy. I'm feeling good again. I'm making videos. I'm happy. And food makes me happy. I like food. So, I figure I'm going to like food for a couple more days, maybe a week, a month at max. No, I'll be in a good place and I get back on the diet again. And plus, if I go on a diet now, who's going to eat the Cheetos? I mean, my wife and kid are going to eat the Cheetos, and I don't want them to eat the Cheetos. I want to eat Cheetos. At the end of the day, what really matters is that I'm happy. I don't know. I'm really happy right now. Because I'm eating Cheetos. Okay, guys, all trolling aside, I know I need to get back on the diet, and I'm going to make sure that I make that a huge top priority. Where's the Cheetos? Where's the good Cheetos? Oh, I feel like I got something stuck. Ugh. Ugh. Much better. Alright guys, well we kind of had a long spell without 3D printing. I wasn't doing a lot of 3D printing because one of my 3D printers had a clogged nozzle I had to clear. I just wasn't feeling good with the pneumonia, and I didn't want to be around the 3D printers because I was just afraid that, the particulate stuff that comes off when you're printing, there's still some controversy as to whether that causes respiratory issues and stuff like that. I just didn't want to risk it. Well, sick. Now I'm feeling 100%, so we're back to 3D printing, and if you just watched my recent video, we did print out a Halo Magnum pistol, and I printed out a small Magnum Halo pistol. So I got these two bad boys. They turned out awesome, by the way. I absolutely love these things. And I also did some print tests with some new material by Color Fab, where you could do some pretty insane bridging. I mean, you see there's a couple little loops and little hangies, but I mean, it literally bridged all the way across there with zero support material. That's actually pretty cool stuff. But more 3D printing coming your way. I'm going to be doing some stuff with the Robo, some stuff with the Ultimaker V2, and the Ultimaker 1. A lot of people have been asking me why I have 3 different printers. They all have something different to offer. The cool thing I like about the Robo 3D is I can set it up for printing ABS. I don't have to worry about swapping out the materials and stuff like that. And I can use some of the more exotic materials on it because it has an E3D print head. Like I put a hot end on it basically that can handle just about any material. And even though it's a little bit on the slow side, it works great for that stuff. The Ultimaker V2 is my power horse. That thing, it's fast. It'll run any material through it. It has a heated bed. It's a good all-around machine for 3D printing anything. And then I have my Ultimaker V1, which doesn't have a heated bed, which limits what I can do with it. But it has dual extrusion, so I can actually print using 2 materials. Now, I haven't done a video on that yet because it takes some tuning to get it right, and I'm still working on the tuning. But once I'm done, I'll be able to print with 2 materials. So I can literally use a support material that dissolves away in a liquid so that I can then print things in much, much higher resolution without having to do so much cleanup with sandpaper and stuff like that. And I look forward to doing those videos. So just hang with the channel. Those videos are coming. All right, starting today, or possibly tomorrow whenever I upload the video, I'm starting a new video series. I like doing little video series on my channel and trying them out and see how you guys like them. Like I did the School for Noobs series. Some of you guys liked it. Didn't get a lot of response on that, where I show you how to do things on the computer and show you cool things that you might not know, like power user stuff. So a new series that actually was the brainchild of some of the viewers was Jerry Rigged, and I'm going to do this series. And what I'm going to do in Jerry Rigged is I'm going to do a series of videos where I basically just take products from around, that I have around the house laying around and combine them and find alternate uses and purposes for them. And I'm going to try to come up with just really, really unique ways to do stuff that I come up with on my own. I'm not going to go trolling the internet and search for somebody else's way to do things. I'm going to take my random little quirky ways and shortcuts of doing things, and I'm going to create videos on them, and that video series will be called Jerry Rigged. And hopefully you guys like it. If you like it, I'll keep doing it. If you don't like it, I'll probably keep doing it. I don't know. But I'm thinking it's going to be pretty cool because my wife always tells me that I jerry rig everything, whether it be cars, computers, stuff like that. If I run into a problem, I try to find a quick and dirty workaround for it. And sometimes that quick and dirty workaround ends up being something really, really cool that a lot of people could benefit from. So I'm hoping that's the case and that you guys enjoy the content. If you don't, then I'm going to be really, really embarrassed and sad. And I don't want to be sad, okay, guys? I don't want to be sad. So don't make me sad. And last but not least in this vlog, I wanted to tell you I have joined a large and growing group called the Seattle YouTube Content Creators. And I'm in the Seattle, Washington area. So basically Chris Perillo and some other people are working to form a group of basically all of the YouTubers that are in Seattle. So if you're watching this vlog and you happen to be in the Seattle area, it doesn't have to be Seattle, it can be outlying areas, just in the general Western Washington area, and you're a YouTube creator, leave something down in the comments or come over on better yet, come over to Twitter to @Barnacules and tweet me your information, because I would love to get you added to this group, because we're all trying to do monthly meetups where we all go meet up in person and we're trying to collaborate and share information and help each other out. It's just a really, really cool community. And I've been a part of it for a couple of days now, and I'm actually having a lot of fun and meeting a lot of really cool people. So if you're in the Seattle area, come join the club. If you're not in the Seattle area, then I'm sorry. You can't be in the Content Creator Seattle Club, but you can still come follow me on Twitter and talk to me, and I'll respond. A lot of people still are blown away when I respond to their tweets. I respond to just about every tweet that I get. Not every single one. I read every tweet, but I try to respond to as many as possible. So try your luck. Come over, throw me a tweet, see what you get. All right, well, now you guys are all updated on what's going on with Barnacules, aka Jerry. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the vlog update. I really enjoyed doing it. It's nice to get back in front of the camera again. I've got my new Microsoft Life Cam. Hopefully this video turns out pretty good. And that's what I'm using for this particular vlog. My vlogs are pretty random. Sometimes they're on the move. Sometimes they're sitting in front of the desk. But tonight, I really wanted to give you guys an update specifically on Xander. I wanted to let you know how he was doing. I wanted to let you know how I was doing with my pneumonia. Things are finally back on track, so the channel should be getting back to a normal cadence. And I really like that. And God, we just hit... We're over 91, we're almost 92,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you so much, guys. I never thought in a million years when I started this hobby that I have 92,000 people following me and over 8 million views. So the content I'm creating, at least some of you guys out there like it. And the ones that don't like it, you still subscribe to me to troll me. So it's like win-win. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get started on the first episode of Jerry Rigged. So keep an eye out for that. That should be the next video posted after this one. And I would love to have your feedback on it. So... until next time.
I said until next time.
I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, favorite, and subscribe. It helps me a bunch. Also, come follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I love interacting with you guys.